Hey everyone, it's Jego Reyes for CNN Philippines 10, where we break down major stories from here and abroad into bite-sized facts in 10 minutes. Here's welcome news for healthcare workers at the forefront of the COVID-19 battle for almost 3 years now. The Health Department, World Health Organization, and Australian government launched a wellness group and kit to help relieve their stress. They say healthcare workers should focus on their holistic well-being as the country still faces the threat of COVID-19. The Wellness Warriors Assemble project hopes to establish a support group for healthcare workers to remind them to take care of themselves and their co-workers. And each will be handed a kit to help relieve stress. The kit includes a booklet with breathing exercise guides, a stress ball, and aromatherapy stickers.
We hope that the tools you have now will help set up a new set of habits for all of you. We, the DOH, WHO, and the Australian government will continue to commit to help all of you, our hospitals, in the implementation of this wellness program. Remember that our mission of accelerating mental health among health workers has just begun.
More than 2,000 healthcare workers have benefited from the Wellness Project, and the DOH hopes to reach more as it targets to launch the program in 100 hospitals. For many commuters, the LTFRB has deployed 42 more buses on the EDSA carousel to ease long lines of passengers during rush hour. The agency says the deployment is on a trial basis. The additional units will operate for 12 hours from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. The extra buses came from companies outside the two groups operating on the EDSA busway. Onions have been all over the news and social media lately. Its prices have increased to as much as 700 pesos per kilogram, which is about 2 to 3 times more expensive than chicken and pork. Here are some answers to why meat is cheaper than onions in the country. First, low supply. In August 2022, the Agriculture Department warned that onion supply was dwindling. Second, smugglers and cartels. As the demand for onions remains high, illegal traders take the opportunity to offer it at sky-high prices, the DA says. There's also price manipulation. Authorities suspect big companies change the retail prices to keep up with competitor costs. And external forces. Another reason is the global inflation due to a number of factors such as Russia-Ukraine war, extreme weather, and supply chain bottlenecks. In foreign relations, President Bongbong Marcos was in Davos, Switzerland for the 5-day World Economic Forum. This is the chief executive's 8th overseas trip in less than 7 months since taking office. During the forum, Marcos met leaders of nations and companies where they talked about possible solutions to the world's biggest challenges. Marcos was the only ASEAN leader and one of 2 Asian leaders to attend this year's WEF. The World Health Organization issues fresh COVID-19 guidelines. Amid the spread of new variants, the WHO is urging everyone to mask up if they've been exposed to the virus, are at high risk, or are in a crowded, poorly ventilated space. Officials are also recommending the wearing of face masks while inside an aircraft for a long travel. They add it's time to carry out a more effective policy against COVID-19 amid the rising cases of more transmissible XBB 1.5 subvariant globally, especially in the United States. The WHO also advises early discharge from isolation for COVID-19 patients who test negative on an antigen-based rapid test. Those who test positive but have no symptoms are encouraged to isolate for 5 full days. It's a go for the comeback of the Wanderland Music and Arts Festival after a 3-year hiatus. Organizers have announced more big-time acts in its much-anticipated return. Among them is Dashboard Confessional. The 6-piece emo rock band is coming back to Manila for the first time in 11 years. They popularized hits such as Vindicated and Stolen. Canadian pop superstar Carly Rae Jepsen and French pop rock band Phoenix will headline the festival, happening on March 4 and 5 at the Philinvest Events grounds in Alabang, Muntinlupa City. There's no shortage of scenic landscapes, fresh vegetables, or mouth-watering snacks when it comes to Benguet. If you haven't visited the province yet, see the many reasons why you should.
Marvel at the majestic sceneries of the province of Benguet, famous for its vegetables and crops. Here, potato farmers abound, thanks to its cool temperature.
Ang patatas dito sa Benguet, tingnan natin ang skin, mas makinis. May malaki, Super XL, XL, Big, Medium. May marble pa.
Despite being landlocked, Benguet province is overflowing with talent.
Gusto kong i-preserve or ipakita sa ibang mga tradition or tao na ganito ang kultura namin, kagaya ng mga rituals, designs, especially yung mga landscape ng Cordillera. Isa rin yun na naging favorite na theme ko, installations art or saka yung mga dances, di ba? It's very, yun, nagagawa ko rin yun.
Benguet is a great destination for foodies. Experience the taste of old family traditions with a delightful pairing of strawberry shortcake and chocolate de batirol.
Mas na-feel namin na mas marami talagang umakyat because of the infrastructures nga na development ngayon.
Fans of the PBA, especially the Ginebra San Miguel team, are rejoicing after Barangay Ginebra emerged back on top in the Commissioner's Cup. They slayed the Bay Area Dragons with a thrilling victory inside the Philippine Arena, which drew the largest crowd in the PBA history with more than 54,000 fans.
From the tip, you can feel the energy of the crowd and you can see the way it affected the players. This game is for all of you, truly all of you.
Barangay Ginebra came out with guns blazing and easily broke down Bay Area's defense. Three-time best import Justin Brownlee led the way with 34 points, 12 assists, 8 rebounds, and 3 blocks. The sweet victory came just 3 days after his Filipino citizenship was granted. The Gin Kings' latest victory now makes them the second winningest team in the league. Only a week after the thrilling finale, the PBA is back in action with the season-ending Governor's Cup. Shifting to the tennis court, Alex Eala is raring to make 2023 a busy year for her despite bowing out early in her tennis pro debut. On CNN Philippines Sports Desk, she revealed plans for this year where she was joined by her Brazilian coach, Dani Gomez. Recently, the US Open girls singles champion made her Grand Slam debut via the Australian Open. After a strong start, the Filipino tennis princess sputtered towards the end, losing in 3 sets to Japanese Misaki Doi. Eala, though, said the experience will only make her a better player in her upcoming tournaments.
My goal for this year is really to be more integrated into the WTA Tour. We're going to try to follow more or less their calendar and do the best I can to get into all of the slams.
It's very important to take little steps and make sure we go step by step, not rushing for anything. It's not something easy to make, and it takes time. So it's important to be positive, confident, but with the feet on the ground.
Time to make a wish, as a green comet will be seen in the skies for the first time in 50,000 years. According to NASA, it has a shining tail and fuzzy appearance and is nearest the Earth on February 1 and 2. And now for a 10-second trivia. The Chinese New Year signals the beginning of what season in China? Fall, spring, summer, or winter? The Chinese New Year signals the start of the spring season in China. Aside from it being called the Lunar New Year, it is also known as the Spring Festival. The holiday marks the end of the coldest days in the Asian country. And that's it for CNN Philippines 10. I'm Jego Reyes, giving you news you can use, news you can trust in 10 minutes. Thanks for joining me today, and see you again next time.